What's up, guys? It's your boy Virgo the Rye, and this is...
It's Thundershot. What's going on, everybody?
And today we are talking about, is Chi-Chi the super secret final boss evil villain of Dragon Ball Z? Now, I know what a lot of you guys might be thinking right now, like, Chi-Chi, what do you mean? If you think about it, Chi-Chi is not very liked by anybody. She did kind of ruin a lot of people's favorite character on the show, and inadvertently caused Majin Buu to be revived. So do you have anything you want to add to that, Thunder?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, like me personally, like, the evil villain thing of the entire series may be going a tad far, and I'm just going to kind of clarify for the sake of this video, just Chi-Chi in Dragon Ball is not what we're talking about. We are referring strictly to Chi-Chi and Z, so if you have any feelings tied to Chi-Chi and Dragon Ball, you may either want to click off this video or just be able to put them in a dark place where they can't come out for the remainder of it. But basically, the point of this, and this is something that I've always said in a lot of videos and live streams, but I've never got to just get out and just talk about, but it's something that I've wanted to bring up, and I feel like a lot of people will feel the same. Some people might feel different. But Chi-Chi is my absolute #1 least favorite character in all of Dragon Ball Z.
Preach, my brother.
Do you have anything? Are you similar? Do you have anybody you dislike more than Chi-Chi?
I am similar to that, but I can actually go back into Dragon Ball and point out why I don't like her. So we should start this lineage there. This hatred of Chi-Chi. I do want to say Chi-Chi forced Goku into marriage.
Okay.
The kid did not know what marriage was. He thought it was food. For those of you who watch DBZ Abridged, is marriage some type of food was really a line from the show. Chi-Chi forced Goku into getting married. And so Goku pretty much posthumously divorced her at the end of Z.
Yeah, now Chi-Chi, I will say, like, knowing Dragon Ball, at least, like, my Dragon Ball is fuzzy, I will admit that, but knowing Dragon Ball enough, Chi-Chi is an entirely different character in the actual Dragon Ball. She's a fighter, she's got personality, she's got spunk, but once it rolls into G, and yes, after having Goku marry her when Goku really didn't know what was going on, and Goku's like such like a laid-back, like fun-loving guy, he's just like, I'm married now, whatever, and he just kind of kept rolling with it. That's just who Goku is. It's kind of like, it's his fault. He could have been unmarried if he wanted to, but he just didn't care enough. He's like, hey, whatever, I'm married now, and that's just who Goku is. But Chi-Chi in Z, basically the point of this video, just kind of roll into it, Chi-Chi's entire existence in Z, right, at least to me, like, I'm going back, I'm rewatching Z now, and I've seen a lot of things out of her already, and I'm not even entirely through the Saiyan saga yet. But anytime Chi-Chi is on screen, almost, it's either during some filler part that I don't care about watching, and that, like, not even her fault makes me dislike her, because it's just something I don't care about, or everything she's doing is in full effect to attempt to hold Goku and or Gohan back from their potential. A lot of that, she says she doesn't like Gohan out there fighting or getting hurt, and there's absolutely no reason Gohan should ever be fighting or getting hurt. In fact, I'm going to screw up one of the lines, but in the Saiyan saga, Goku had to take Gohan out to help fight the Saiyans, and then when she finally comes back in contact with Gohan, she yells at Goku, she's like, you can never take him out again, and Gohan's like, Mom, the world was going to explode if I didn't help, and she's like, I don't care, that's no reason for my boy to be fighting, and it's like, what?
Let me also add, she gave Gohan the infamous mop top to go to Namek.
Yeah.
Who dolls their son up like a baby doll to go to a different planet. Like, you finally cave in on letting your son go somewhere, and the first thing you do is give him a mop top. No food rations, nothing. You're just like, oh, I gave you styling gel.
She didn't even really cave in. He had to tell her off. I think that was like the first time Gohan ever actually told Chi-Chi off. But Piccolo snagged him for a year when Goku died to Raditz, and then Piccolo trained him, and then the Saiyan Saga fight happened, and Gohan got to see her, and then right after that he's going off to Namek, and it's to bring back the friends that all died during the Saiyan Saga, and Chi-Chi's all, no, and I don't want to completely rag on her the whole time, because, like, from a mother's perspective, like, she's trying to make sure that he gets an education, which she was real hell-bent on just Gohan specifically getting an education for some reason, and she's trying to make sure that he doesn't die, obviously, even if it is out there to save the world, but she does it like such a bitch, like, I can't.
You know what? I just realized something.
What's that?
Maybe she didn't push Goten to study because he looks just like Goku.
I don't know. Maybe she made the relation. That's another thing.
Maybe secretly she doesn't love Goku.
Well, and that's because in Dragon Ball, she does, and then
she loves him because he's strong.
And then in Z, well, there's times in Z, like, there's times in Z when she's the polar opposite of herself, which is weird, but I'm going to bring up a couple of examples. Again, after the Saiyan saga, for those of you guys who don't remember, after they fought Vegeta, Vegeta had crushed Goku's legs, broken his ribs, Goku could not move, and was pretty much dying as he was bleeding out internally. Gohan had a concussion and some scrapes. He might have had a broken bone or two, but Gohan was walking, talking, Gohan was fine. And all Chi-Chi could do in the hover car on their way back was hold Gohan and talk about Gohan, and he's never fighting again, and completely ignore Goku, who is borderline dead. Like, they're rushing to a hospital so Goku doesn't die, and she ignores him. And then when somebody finally brings it up, Chi-Chi, your husband is about to die. Do you want to say anything to him? She's like, he put my baby boy in danger. I don't care. The polar opposite of that is when Goku catches the heart virus during the Android saga, she is actually at his bedside, and she is actually caring for him 24/7. Now, this might be because Gohan is not as concerned, or is Gohan? I don't know exactly, but she's the opposite of herself a lot. But there are times, I will agree with you, where it seems as if she almost entirely hates Goku.
Yet around that time, she started pressing for money, and Gohan was too young to work.
Do you want to hit him with your whole money theory now? Because I know you're sitting on this
I
one.
will give my money theory. And the spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched Dragon Ball Super, go pause the video right now and go watch Dragon Ball Super. What are you doing with your life?
There's not a lot of major spoiler in episode 1 of Dragon Ball Super, so if you haven't seen it, you're probably not going to lose a whole lot. But anyway.
I'm that type of guy, though. But in Dragon Ball Super, Goku comes upon the sum of money. You know, mind you, he doesn't tell Chi-Chi where he got it from. He just comes upon a sum of money. And he's like, hey, can I go train with King Kai now? She, like, doesn't even look at him and essentially says, yeah, sure, just come back once a month and give me dick.
Just make sure you check in every now and again. I'm gonna date back even further to Z, kind of where I left off about the whole heart virus. The heart virus is in the Android saga. You said it's possible that the family is getting pretty pressed for money at this point because Ox King was funding them entirely. For those of you guys who don't know, Goku was a radish farmer when he wasn't fighting, so they didn't have a whole lot of money to begin with outside of what Ox King was giving them. You said they might have been getting pressed for money around the Android saga, and some may say we're looking way too into this, and that's fine. But it's Chi-Chi, so just hear me out. So she tries to keep Goku healthy because he needs to be alive to make the family money. Obviously, Goku comes back. Goku comes back to life. The Cell Saga happens. For those of you who don't know, Hercule Satan paid Goku and his family a good sum of money after the Cell Saga, for them letting everyone believe Hercule Satan actually defeated Cell. That was the trade-off. They got a bunch of money that got him through until the end of the Buu Saga, which pretty much the same thing happens, and that's what episode 1 of Super is Hercule paying Goku a bunch of money to, hey, this is for saving the world and letting everybody think that it's me. And for those of you guys who don't know, at the beginning of Super, and this is more Super spoilers, but Goku was farming in a tractor for some reason. It was Chi-Chi's favorite piece of farm equipment, fun fact. Goku was in a tractor for some reason farming, right? Well, he could be like flying around, plowing the field himself like 10 times faster. And Chi-Chi won't let him go to King Kai's planet to fight because they don't have money. Goku, we need money. You can't go out and fight. We need money. Not Goku, I care about you. I would miss you too much. You can't be gone that long. We need money. And then at the end of Dragon Ball Super, they get the money, and Goku's like, can I go to King Kai? She's like, yeah, I'll buy whatever. Get out of here. She does not look at him. She looks at the money the whole time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, she stares at the money. And then, Master Roshi comes over, and she immediately flips on him. It's like, you're not spending my money on, naughty tapes.
Porn. Yeah.
So, and then, I do want to say this, guys. I feel like Chi-Chi married Goku strictly because he's a nice, strong man. She kept going on how strong Goku was. So if you think about the fact that there's the world tournament and you have a strong person who could potentially win the world tournament, and I think back then the prize was 10,000 Zenny or something like that. Well, he can go here every year and win me 10,000 Zenny every single year.
5 years.
Every 5 years. Okay, every 5 years. That's enough to live off of. And the other thing I do want to bring up, what happened to that money that they got in between the Cell and the Buu Saga? They don't have bills.
That is a good point. I don't know. That was always something that came out of an interview. But yeah, it's then again, it's like, how did they get by from the Cell Saga to the Buu? With Goku being dead? Gohan going to school and things like that? I'm not sure. Now, I know this whole theory, like, a lot of people might be like, super convoluted theory overall, and like, I've gotten more into the whole Chi-Chi money. We've gotten more into the whole Chi-Chi money thing than it has just... If you guys rewatch Z, you'll understand what I mean. Chi-Chi is always yelling and putting down Gohan from fighting. And if she's ever talking to Goku, she's yelling at him 90% of the time. Shout-outs to the time Goku punched her through a wall.
Slapped her.
She ended up
Whooped that trick.
she ended up in a tree. The episode, I will give her this, the filler episode where she makes Goku and Piccolo go learn how to drive. Shit, that was pretty good. But then, like, the number one, like, cardinal sin for Chi-Chi for me, and this is probably, like, if she didn't do this, she might not be my least favorite character in all of Z, right? Is she hounds on Gohan through, the Saiyan saga, through the Android saga, through everything. And then, despite everything that she does, Gohan still becomes a complete and total badass by the end of the Cell saga. But because Goku died and Goku wasn't there to keep, like, taking him out and training him and things like that, she 100% full-on nerds him out. There's nobody left to be the savior of the Earth.
Chi-Chi is known as the Gohan Nerf.
Yeah, it's essentially.
For all my Gohan fans out there, it's Chi-Chi's fault.
Yeah, and that's the main reason. Just everything Gohan could have been without Chi-Chi. And I know at the end of the day, people can say it's writing, and that's exactly what it is. It's writing. But then why? And this again goes into your money theory. You were telling me about this earlier. Chi-Chi makes Gohan become smart, regardless of the world status and like that. Regardless of outside of, Vegeta. There's nobody strong enough to actually defend the world at this point in time. Gohan.
So if you have a scholar who's making, I don't know, $100K a year, you still get money.
And then so now that she's got Gohan, and Gohan gets spit out, and Gohan's got able to like be a lawyer or a scientist, whatever the hell Gohan becomes. Who gives a shit about Goten? Yeah, why not? Let's teach him to fight. He looks like Goku.
And I feel like she didn't love Goku to begin with. I feel like the entire motivation for Chi-Chi is money. Considering there was that interview where Akira Toriyama said he wanted Goku to be kind of like, I'm not really trying to save the world, I just like fights. Who's to say Chi-Chi doesn't have that dark element hidden somewhere in her?
Yeah, and again, in one of those things, like just in Chi-Chi's defense, Goku is probably not the easiest guy in the world to be married to. He's super laid back, he's super relaxed, but he just take off and be gone for years, or die and come back and not say hi and things like that. Like,
I will give you that point. But I still feel like, in terms of everything Chi-Chi has done, in terms of all the motivation she's had, I feel like it's all about money. And then, no one from the universe, I feel like, enjoys Chi-Chi at all.
Oh yeah, tell him the Bulma thing.
So, all things considered, Hercule gave Goku hush money for the Cell Saga and for the Buu Saga. Now, Chi-Chi's, best female friend is supposed to be the richest woman in the world. The Brie family is Stark Enterprises of the world. When your husband died for 7 years, why would your best friend leave you and your son out in the woods? Unless she didn't want to be around you. If she has enough money to basically buy you a neighborhood, why didn't she let you stay at Capsule Corp, which is essentially a mansion?
Yeah, and then there it is. And I know we've kind of been all over the place, and it's the Chi-Chi money theory is something that you guys needed to hear. Just as a heads up, what do you think of the Chi-Chi money theory? But I don't even feel like that. I feel like I don't have enough time in the world. I feel like I barely scratched the surface. But if you just rewatch Z and you just see all the times that Chi-Chi is on camera, 99% of the time she is being a bitch or being annoying, and like everything that we've said so far doesn't even begin to capture like my overall. Hey, like I'm rewatching Dragon Ball Z with my girlfriend right now, so we do watch everything, and sometimes like I'll get angry watching it. But when I rewatch Z by myself, which I used to do very frequently, anytime Chi-Chi's on screen, I'm just fast forwarding because that is an unimportant part that I don't have to care about. It just makes my day easier to just not see it. So what I want you guys to do in the comment section down below, and I'm going to clarify again, I understand Dragon Ball Chi-Chi, despite the marriage thing, almost was an entirely different character in herself. She appeared to be into fighting. She was into all that. She had a personality, things like that. So I'm excluding Dragon Ball Chi-Chi from this. What is you guys' favorite or least favorite Chi-Chi moment or thing she did? Whether it be making sure Gohan isn't a fighter, making sure Gohan somehow got weaker from the Cell Saga to the Buu Saga, or whether it's or just the constant nagging in general, anything that she may have done. What is your least favorite moment or favorite moment of Chi-Chi in all of Dragon Ball Z? Please let us know in the comment section down below.
Actually, I can actually give my least favorite moment when Gohan finally went Super Saiyan, which was my happiest moment in the series. My favorite character is a Super Saiyan. He goes and reveals himself to Chi-Chi, and she says, "You're a rebel." Starts crying.
What happened to your beautiful black hair? I believe was uttered.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I don't know if Goku hadn't explained to her like how Super Saiyan works, and that he just has his like he tries to tell her like he'll get his normal hair back, but she's not concerned that like maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she just doesn't know that he's achieved this
No,
massive
at
power
that time,
spike.
she considered Goku a monster.
Oh, did she?
She considered Goku a monster.
Well,
Because remember, they were living with her for a while, and, you know, they were sitting there breaking all the
Oh,
glasses,
yeah.
breaking all the dishes, you know, and she's like, you guys are monsters. Like, she couldn't stand it. She couldn't stand Gohan to be like Goku.
yeah, and that
Which leads me to believe she doesn't like Goku that much.
that can be argued with that. Like she is constantly like, and again, Goku can be a hard guy, but like you gotta cut him a break here. She is constantly like 24/7 pissed at Goku all the time in Z. Every time she's on camera, she's pissed at Goku. Like that.
But he's been giving it to her. I don't understand. He saves the world, kicks ass, comes back, gives it to you, like, gives you all of his money from his, you know, world tournament earnings. Like, what more can you want?
And then he just, being a guy that doesn't care about it. But yeah, that's it. This video's gone on a little longer than I thought it would. But if that's it, just least favorite moment about Chi-Chi. Do you think we're completely crazy with the whole money theory or with the whole Chi-Chi actually doesn't really like Goku theory? Let us know in the comment section down below. Again, let us know if you like or hate Chi-Chi. Virgo's general consensus was probably going to be that most of you guys agreed with us and didn't like Chi-Chi. I was thinking the opposite. I thought there were more people who weren't like me, who were like, no, Chi-Chi wasn't that bad. It's whatever. But nobody got on my nerves throughout Z more than Chi-Chi. And it's probably because she was there the whole series. But
She grinds my gears.
we'll see. Do you guys think she's going to have a different attitude in Super? Because it's not looking like it so far.
Hell no.
But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below. I think that's going to wrap it up for us here today. Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed this sort of video. Maybe we can come out with more love or hate videos if you guys like this kind of thing. But that's going to wrap it up for us. I'm Thundershot here with
Virgo Derai. Remember, Thunder's life is a chip in your pile.
Light Groceries.
Peace out.
Later.
少しはやるようだがまだまだだな。腕を上げて出直してこい。